Hello and welcome to Bitsbox World, Builds Made Easy.
Hello, I'm Tom, and today I'm going to be painting up Lieutenant Titus from the Warhammer Space Marine 2 box game. And I painted the Tyranids up. You can go and check out that video if you haven't seen it. But I need to get Titus ready so I can have a battle of this. I've been loving getting back into Warhammer 40,000 and yeah, really enjoying the Space Marine 2 video game as well. So this was a great pleasure getting to paint this model of Titus up. It's a really nice model. First off, as always though, need to base it, get it ready, spray it black, and then also give it a bit of a dry brush with my white paint so I can start using my speed paints. But such a lovely model, and yeah, really excited about painting it. Now, Titus, he's part of the Ultramarines. Ultramarines were always, in my mind anyway, the bog standard chapter within the Imperium. Please comment in the comments below if you think anything different. But they are a chapter that's sort of okay at a lot of things, but they don't specialise in many things. So they really are quite good at just being varied to face everything that comes their way, but they don't have a specialist type thing like the salamanders. I guess they have flaming attacks is one of their specialisms, for example. But Ultramarines, I do really like the Ultramarine blue, and this blue from the Dipping Ink range at Green Stuff World is my favourite dipping ink colour. I always love an excuse to use it, so I'm definitely enjoying being able to use this on my Ultramarine model here. My preferred chapter was Imperial Fists, and in particular the Crimson Fists, which were like a side group off from the Imperial Fists, so really loving that. But this is really nice. This Titus model I think is beautiful, and will make a really good starting place for any Space Marine combat patrol. So the whole point of this box game is that you are Lieutenant Titus and you want to hold back the Tyranid swarm. So my rule is I won't play with any unpainted models. I've only set that for myself just because I've got piles and piles of grey models, just plastic, unpainted, and I need to improve that. So with this, I'll now be able to, once this guy is finished, be able to have a game of Space Marine 2, the box game, with my son. He really wants to be the Termagants and the Ripper Swarm, which is really awesome because I really like the idea of being Lieutenant Titus and fighting these guys off, fighting off the swarm of the Tyranids. So Titus comes with a heavy bolt pistol and a chainsaw, and the heavy bolt pistol has got a range of 12 inches, 2 attacks, and it hits on a 3+. The chainsaw is a melee attack, has 5 attacks, and hits on a 3+ as well. He has a movement, Titus has a movement of 6 inches, an armour save of 3+, and he's got 5 wounds. So pretty hardy to be able to take on the overwhelming odds of being outnumbered by the Tyranids. The Tyranids, they have a flesh borer sort of gun which has 12-inch range, 1 attack, and hits on a 4+. They also have Scrabbling Claws, which has 2 attacks and is a 5+ to hit. They've also got a movement of 6+, an armour save of 5, but only 1 wound. So hopefully the odds will be that Titus will be able to overcome them. This box game as well, it comes with a couple of scenarios that you can play with Titus and the Termagants. So you've got 2 scenarios, one being the objective game, where you have to go and capture the objectives, and then the other one is hold the line. So it's basically Titus in the middle of the board being attacked from all sides. So it's a really nice way to play a quick fire game. Plays in about 20 minutes to half an hour. So if you want to play a quick fire game and only want to have a few models to play with, great for travelling as well. So I'm really looking forward to having a go at this, and I'll do a battle report so you can all see how this game plays out. But the whole idea of this is I play a lot of Old World or Warhammer Fantasy, and I want to get back into Warhammer 40,000. And my son, he really likes Space Marines, particularly he loves Scouts, Space Marine Scouts, and his kill team of that has really ripped me to pieces in the past. I quite like Tau as my alternate army, but I have been enjoying Tyranids, so with this it gives me an introduction to how Tyranids play. Let me know in the comments what factions of Space Marines you like, or what armies of the 40k world you like, and tell me why, because I'll be really interested. I like the idea of the Necrons as well. They look a bit like, what would you say, Terminator, I guess. But Space Marines, they always drew me in as well, just with the power armour and the variants of weapons, and also the bolt guns firing basically mini rockets, so projectile rockets out of them. Really awesome. The power armour as well, just making them super soldiers. So I used to play a lot of Halo, the video game, on Xbox, and yeah, always liked the fact that you have Master Chief in Halo, and very similar, I guess, to the Space Marines. So Titus is starting to come together, really liking the use of speed paints, and as you can see I use a variety of different ones, from the contrast paints that Citadel make, so that's Games Workshop or Warhammer's own painting brand, and then also Green Stuff World's dipping inks, and in particular I like the intensity inks, really like how they come out as well. Both of them do work differently, so I find that the inks, you can move that around a bit more, and you do get a greater variance of highlight to shade with those. The contrasts are also good though, they give a nice full colour. Sometimes though they can be too thick, I find, but they are good. And then I still use traditional paints for doing any metallic or metals. But let me know in the comments below, are there any contrast paints or any inks that are metallic? I've not come across any, and yeah, I'd really like to try them out if there are any. Now this bit is one of the hardest parts that I find with model painting, so that is the eye. But with Titus, he's fortunately got quite a good mould on his eye sockets. You can really get some good detail in there. And I go with a black dot first, covered by a bit of a white dot, and then just a line down of black across the centre of the eye. And I think it really works. Just got to do the base then. Bit of grey, bit of screaming skull, and then just the rim of the base I do in administratum grey. And there he is, Titus, ready to go and take on those termagants. Really like this, and think he looks awesome. All painted with speed paints and a bit of metallic, also just traditional paint there. And this was painted in about an hour and a half, so really good. In comparison to models that I used to paint in the past, it would take me about a week to paint one model, just I was so slow with traditional painting. But there we are, all finished and ready for the battle. I will see you in another video. Thanks for watching Bitsbox World, builds made easy.